What's up, YouTube? Night's Edge here again, doing another quick review of the Spyderco Para 3. This is the lightweight variant. Comes with the BD1N steel on it for the lightweight variant. And this one is the Maxamet variant, which I kind of prefer that. I like the, definitely like the Maxamet steel more. It is more expensive to get the one with the Maxamet, but I really like the Maxamet. It is cut and cut and cut. For me, I sharpened it one time just to put a different angle on it, and this thing has been just like a slicing monster, and it's still razor sharp even after a lot of cutting. So anyway, just explaining why there's two of them right here real quick. But this is the USA made leg of the Spyderco World Tour. It's the final leg of the Spyderco World Tour, where I'm kind of doing all my Spyderco knives. And I started in China, then we went to Seki City, Japan, looked at a couple from there, and then we went and looked at some cool ones from Taichung, Taiwan, and now we're back here in the home country, USA made Spyderco's, where the headquarters is at. And these are all made in Golden, Colorado, USA Earth on here. And I think they put that as kind of like a little dig at doubters, anybody that kind of, says, they're not made in the USA or whatever, they're like, oh yeah, it's made in the US, that's on Earth. So take that, But anyway, these are all USA made Spyderco's. The last few that I'm going to do here on my Spyderco collection tour. So go ahead and full measurements on this thing, get into it. Looking at just over 7 inches, 7 1/8, right at 7 1/8 overall. Now that's on the lightweight. Let me look at the this is the regular one. Yeah, right at 7 1/8 overall. This has aftermarket Taro Tough scales. I'll try to find the link and link that. And this has aftermarket Lynch Northwest Gold deep carry pocket clip. I'm kind of an LSU fan, so this is going to be like my, LSU Spyderco knife. Still got to complete it. Still need to get I want to get the anodized golden back spacer, lanyard tube, and the hardware. That'd be really cool, I think. But kind of getting there on it. Anyway, so that is measurement on that, overall, and you're looking at, for blade, I would say right at 3 inches. I'm looking at, if you go all the way to the tip of the blade to where the blade butts up against the handle right there, you're looking right at 3 inches. Cutting edge on it, you're looking right about 2 5/8 on it. Yeah, right at 2 5/8 on cutting edge. Over 2.5, right at 2 5/8. Let's see, we get the calibers out. Make sure they're zeroed. Blade stock thickness, 126 thousandths. I'm gonna go all the way up here. 135 thousandths of the thickest part of the spine. Do the other one just to make sure they're equal. 135 thousandths, yeah, thickest part of the spine. Cutting edge, flip it over, see how slicey it is. You're looking right at about 30 thousandths right there. 29.5 thousandths. Go back down here, just checking all over just to kind of get an average, right at 30 thousandths. So it's a really super slicey little knife. Full flat grind also helps. You don't have any thumb studs for things to get caught on, like if you're slicing a tomato or an apple or something, to where you don't want like a knife with thumb studs. There's a knife with, so if you're slicing something, these thumb studs do have a tendency, as you slice through your material and it goes up thumb studs might kind of push or catch on something more, whereas the Spidey hole, the patented Spyderco opening hole there, that kind of, you don't have to worry about that as much. So get off track here. Let me go ahead and we'll do size comparisons on it. So we get the Hogue Deca RSK MK1, the one in G10, full size knife. You can kind of see that it's a little larger than the Para 3, right? You got extra blade length here, and this is all just pivot to pivot, and you got extra butt here on that. So, you know, looking at it, it is a larger knife than the Para 3 for sure. So Para 3 I'd call more like a medium size, you know, kind of like what I would call the Hogue Deca, right? Hogue Deca is a little larger than the Para 3, but definitely a little more cutting edge on the Hogue Deca. But I would say the Para 3 is more along the lines of the size of the Hogue Deca whenever you're looking at comparing them anyway. And that's another full-size knife right there that I got on hand. That's the Rat number 1. Ontario Knives Rat number 1, full-size knife. Larger than the Para 3 for sure. And let's see, let's get it up next. This is the ultimate comparison, I would say here, right? This is the Paramilitary 2 from whence it came. Now, they named this the Para 3, but this is named the Paramilitary 2. This is not named the Paramilitary 3. It's the Para 3. Why they did that, I don't know. Maybe they wanted to differentiate models coming up. Maybe they, you know, maybe they're planning on doing some CQI or something like they tend to do with their with a lot of their models on the Paramilitary 2, you know, and they wanted to keep that line the same or something. But regardless, this did originate from this. So all this is essentially a more scaled down version of this. It has almost everything is similar, you know, between the two. Ergonomic lines, the hump, the compression lock, ambi mounting positions on all the ones that come, you know, whenever you get one with original scales. It is a scaled down version, a medium sized version of the full size knife, the Paramilitary 2. So yeah, that is to me pretty much the ultimate size comparison. And there's a reason why I use that. And a lot of reviewers and people that do knife content use the Paramilitary 2 and the Para 3, you know, it's kind of like size comparison knives, because it provides you with a pretty decent idea of, you know, the size of the knife you're looking at. And review coming soon on that guy too, on the Paramilitary 2. That is, I gotta do that soon. Probably be the next one I actually film. So, that is Paramilitary 2. Now I'll go ahead and get this one out. This is a Spyderco Smock. I've done a review on that one. It's a Taichung Taiwan Spyderco. Excellent knife. Smock, a little bit bigger, pivot to pivot, you know, a little bit larger, a little more cutting edge than the Para 3. But I'm going to put some knives up here, and I might do another video, like a battle video or I don't know, versus video or something like that with these that I'm going to put up here. But I think they provide unique, you know, similarities and some differences to the Para 3. But here is the Sage 5 lightweight. It's a Taichung Taiwan Spyderco, right? Pretty similar, right? Now it's lined up pretty decently, pivot to pivot, you know, pretty close, right? You can tell the ergonomic lines are a little bit different, and the humps disappeared, just like with the Native 5 lightweight. This is Assault Native 5 lightweight with some applied weapons technology scales and magnet cut blade. But size comparison, it's the same as any Native 5, right? So looking at that, another knife right there with fairly similar qualities and ergonomic lines. So thinking about doing a battle video on with those. Might do that sometime in the not too distant future. So I think that's it for size comparison. Did the overall length, did the calipers, the thickness. Let's go ahead and get the scale out. Now I can tell you what to expect. I can tell you what to expect with the lightweight one, right? Whenever you buy it, as far as weight goes, by doing this. But I can't tell you what to expect out of the Taro Tough one, right? Or out of the Maxamet one, because this came with G10, with gray G10 scales, you know. So the Taro Tough does feel a little bit lighter than the G10 that came with it, but not too much lighter, you know, just a hair lighter. Just a different material. It's not like titanium or stainless steel. You're not adding that much weight. But here is the FRN scaled BD1N Para 3 lightweight. Go ahead and put it on there. 2.5 ounces. 2.5 ounces. All right, it's not bad. Put the one with the Taro Tough scales on there. 3.2. 3.1. 3.1. 3.1. All right, so 3.1, 2.5. Actually exceeds the ounce and inch ratio with the Para 3 lightweight. So the ratios on that are excellent, you know. And even with the regular G10 scales, Taro Tough, I'd say, you know, not that big of a difference. Only 0.6, you know, a little over half an ounce difference. You're not really gonna notice that too much. But if you're wearing like athletic shorts or, you know, jogging pants or pajamas or whatever, you know, something that you need, if you need a lightweight knife that's good and dependable, and you know, that's the lightweight version would be the one I would recommend over the other one. So we'll get out the blue jeans now, or get off track again. Get out the blue jeans. Again, this is an aftermarket clip, so this is only going to tell you how a Lynch Northwest clip carries, right? But or how a Para 3 with a Lynch Northwest clip carries. Not bad, you know. It's deep carry, but you still got a little bit sticking out of that lanyard, which is, you know, I personally could do without the lanyard. But it's actually, I think, if I remember right, a little more deep carry with the wire clip. Yeah. I always love Spyderco's wire clips. Wire clips have never bothered me at all. Always like a good wire clip. But that's what you're looking at with carry profile in the pocket anyway. So overall, I would say Spyderco Para 3 is to me one of the better carries. It comes in so many different variations, you know. You're looking at, whenever you look at the I'm looking at DLT Trading right now, looking at the different prices on the different variants here. Let's see. Para 3. All right, Para 3. The regular one that comes with S45N, $187. Para 3 lightweight, $133. $133.50 for this one right now. Not a bad price at all. This one is the Maxamet version. Like I said, this is it comes with gray G10 and the standard Spyderco clip. So just the regular Maxamet one, Para 3 dark gray G10 Maxamet, $265 for the Maxamet one. Still, for Maxamet, USA made, great knife. I don't think that's a terrible price. You know, I mean, prices on everything keep creeping up and up, but to me, it's not terrible. You know, the S45N one, like I said, is right at $187 if you want to pay a little more, but not as much as the Maxamet. And also, they got a S110V version, for $237. You know, so you can get all, you know, different steels and handle materials and all that stuff straight from the factory, depending on how much you want to pay and what you're looking for. And they come in all kinds of different aftermarket options. You know, they make all kinds of different aftermarket scales for them. You know, they make, shoot, there's tons of Flytanium, Met Boss, you know, tons of companies that make aftermarket scales for Spydercos, and the Para 3 is one of their most popular models. But yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that is FRN on the Para 3 lightweight, and BD1N steel on that. So that's the difference on that. I got to kind of tune this action a little bit. It's kind of getting a little tight whenever you close it, but this is another thing. One of my most favorite things about this knife is the compression lock, which is a top-mounted liner lock of sorts. Spyderco patented it a long time ago, and I believe the patent just recently ran out. So a lot of other knife companies are kind of allowed to use it now. But the compression lock is my favorite locking mechanism. Either that or a button-actuated compression lock would be even better. But like the Smock. But yeah, you can go from cutting stuff with it, you know, pinch it right there, close it one hand, no problem. Compression lock is an awesome thing, and it's another thing that makes the Para 3 an excellent knife. As far as opening methods, you know, thumb hole, middle finger flick, it is a fidgety knife in my opinion. Very fidgety little knife, you know. Ergonomically, this thing's a winner too, you know. Choked up, it's great. You have, you know, I guess choke back would be kind of choke back here like that. Yeah, I wear a large size glove, so I have, like, I guess average hands for a guy, a grown man. But I could see how that'd be a little pain in the butt for somebody with larger hands, I guess, that wears a double X glove or something like that. Choked up is pretty comfortable. You know, I still got a little more room back here, even with my size hands. And cut's really nice, you know. Pinch grip, you can pinch grip it, you know, really good. Do draw cuts, stuff like that with it, pretty good. Push cuts and slashing and cutting down is mainly what this thing was made for, in my opinion. You know, with that hump, that awkward looking hump that so many people hate. It offers a lot of ergonomic stability, in my opinion. You know, that's why it's there. So that's a good thing. Downsides of this knife, I can't really think of many. I like a larger size knife, which is why I like the Paramilitary 2 a little more. I don't think I did a hardware check on this. I'll go ahead and do that now. These are T6s, the body clip, or actually that body clip. Yeah, that's a T6. That's a T6. So when you're taking it apart, you know, that I guess that's one downside would be that a couple of the screws are T6s that go for the body screws in this. Pivot, I think that's a T8. It's kind of loose. Let me get that out. Yeah, T10. So that's really good. T10 for the pivot. Be great if it was a captive pivot, you know, but it's not. Taking this thing apart a bunch of times and put it back together. I actually had this blade in those scales at one point in time, and you know, when you're taking it apart, that lanyard tube on this one, this lanyard tube is kind of the main thing that's a pain in the butt when you're taking it apart. But I might do a disassembly video on that one day too, actually. So I guess that, you know, a couple of the screws being T6, you know, that's a downside of it. The carry profile, you know, ergonomically, it's not as good as some other knives with that hump that sticks out like that. You know, because like this is the Hogue Deca, around the same size knife, and it doesn't have, you know, when it's sitting in the pocket, you don't have that extra bit, you know, that's kind of awkwardly sticking out right there. doesn't really bother me. It's just something that, you know, could be an issue. I guess overall, what I would score this knife, for the price, you know, price is not bad. It's, you know, it's been creeping up and up, you know, but it's not too bad right now. And they do go on sale periodically around Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff. But I would say this knife, I'd rank it like a 94 or 95. I'd say 95 overall. I'm not even writing these scores down, guys. It's just to give you an idea of, you know, my overall opinion of the knife. But it's a great knife, excellent knife. I would prefer something that's a little more of a larger size, and you know, I don't prefer aesthetically that hump right there as much. You know, I like it ergonomically, and it's good. But I think once I handled that Sage 5, you know, I was kind of like, well, they can do a small compression lock Spyderco that doesn't even need the awkward looking hump right there. But yeah, those are the couple things I would, you know, say I'd change about it. But other than that, it's a wonderful knife, one of the best everyday carry knives of all time. And a lot of people that have a lot more experience than me will tell you that. So anyway, this has been another review by the Knight's Edge Para 3 and Para 3 lightweight Spyderco knives, USA made. Like the video if you like it, subscribe if you want more content, guys, and I really appreciate y'all watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.